Is there a flag?
Sure, we
Where's
could
Andy
throw
when you
one
need him?
up on the screen.
Got an Italian flag over there and a German one over there. Nope, that won't work.
There you go.
How about that?
Flag from Roselle.
Thank you.
Close enough?
That's good.
it.
So you're going to open the meeting, Patty?
Yep.
Do you have a gavel? I was going to use something like this.
All right, it is 6 o'clock. I'd like to open the January 10th, 2022 board meeting in the Village of Roselle. Mayor Pileski is not with us this evening, and I therefore need a motion to appoint Trustee Domke as Mayor Pro Tem for tonight's meeting.
I'd like to make a motion to nominate Wayne Domke, the Mayor Pro Tem, for tonight's meeting.
Okay, need a second?
Second,
All right, Trustee Della Penna
Aye.
and Trustee Perkowski.
second was me, Patty.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Trustee Berkshire,
Yes,
Trustee Perkowski.
Your video, your audio's off.
Okay. And I don't see Trustee Lanisa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we have three ayes, so Trustee Domke, you can take over.
Do I have to, I'm okay with 3? Yeah.
Sure.
yeah, it's majority of quorum.
Okay, so make a motion to call to order. I'd like to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. We can.
We need the flag. Here we go.
The Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag
Of the United
of the
States,
United States of America,
and to
to the republic,
for which
which
it
it
stands,
stands,
one
one
nation,
nation,
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty,
liberty, justice
justice for all.
for all.
So I'd like to begin by getting a roll call.
Okay, Mayor Pileski is absent. Trustee Berkshire,
Here,
Trustee Della Penna,
Here.
Trustee Domke,
Here.
Trustee Lanisa, absent. Trustee Perkowski, here, and Trustee Trejo is absent. So we have a quorum.
I have a quorum. Okay. I'd like to get a motion on presentation of the prepared agenda with the modification about the Mayor Pro Temp.
So moved.
We get a second?
second,
And we're gonna roll call vote this, Patty?
Yep,
yes,
Trustee Della Penna,
Aye.
Trustee Berkshire,
yes,
Trustee Perkowski, and Trustee Lanisa.
Here,
Okay. At this time, the village board would open for public comments. Do we have any public comments on file, Patty?
There are no public comments to be read tonight.
And do we have any public comments from our audience at this moment? Seeing none, we will move on to officers and staff reports. As mayor, first of all, pro tem, and in behalf of David too, Happy New Year to everyone, and also happy birthday to Roselle for 2022. So that's a good way to start these meetings, I would think. I would like to make a motion to appoint Monica Lasadka to the Zoning Board of Appeals for a term to end January 1st of 2027 with the concurrence of the Board of Trustees. Do we have a second for the appointment?
Second. I'll second that.
And do we have a roll call vote, Patty, on appointing Monica?
Okay. Trustee Domke,
Aye.
trustee Delapenna,
Aye.
trustee Berkshire,
Yes.
trustee Bukowski, and trustee Lanisa.
Aye.
So we have that passed, and Monica, welcome to the crew wherever you're at. Also, I'd like to read a proclamation in behalf of Martin Luther King Day in January. If you may, please. Whereas Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. devoted his life and career to the advancement of civil rights, equal treatment, and human decency for all people, and whereas the efforts of Dr. King and many of the others involved in civil rights movement have helped to break down the walls of injustice and allow African Americans and other minorities to succeed both as individuals and as members of society. And whereas the goals and ideals of Dr. King have not been yet fully realized, with that in mind, it is our duty as Americans to continue his struggle and to work toward a more understanding and respectful society. And whereas Martin Luther King Jr. Day serves to bring people together in remembrance of his true American hero, and encourages citizens to engage in community service, which in turn serves to honor Dr. King's legacy and advance the cause of justice and equality in America. Therefore, I, as Wayne Domke, Mayor Pro Tem, and for David Pileski as Mayor of Village of Roselle, do hereby join in commemorating January 17, 2022 as Martin Luther King King Jr. Day in Roselle, and encourage all citizens to recognize the amazing impact of that Dr. King has had on our society. And it's a joy to be able to read that. I used to coach basketball, and that was one of the things that I would read was Dr. King's speech at this time of the year. I'd like to go to any unfinished business. Oh, I'm sorry. Do any village trustees have a report? Seeing none. Village clerk,
No report.
a report. Village attorney.
No report.
And do we have any unfinished business to bring up?
Village
Okay.
administrator.
Village administrator first.
Pardon?
Village administrator report.
first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped you, Jason.
That's okay. And
I do like you, though.
thank you, Wayne. I like you too. I just want to make a quick announcement. Matt Galloway, who is on this meeting, is the latest team member to join the village. He's out of administration, our economic development analyst. So you'll be seeing more of him on these meetings and future agenda items. He comes to us from the village of Northbrook. He also worked for the village of Hoffman Estates. So we're very pleased for him to join the team and just wanted to assure you had a formal introduction.
Well, those
Thank
two
you.
communities are doing real well, so it's great to have you here. And bring some of that with you over here. It'd be great.
try.
Okay, so now we'll go to consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda are considered to be routine, procedural, informational, self-explanatory, or non-controversial in nature, and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no discussion of these items. Village attorney, could you summarize the consent agenda, please?
Thank you. Tonight's consent agenda, presentation and approval of village board minutes of December 13th, 2021. In release of executive session minutes of September 13th and December 13th, 2010, April 16th, November 26th, and December 10th, 2012, and January 6th, February 10th, May 11th, May 26th, April 10th, November 9th, and December 7th of 2020. In addition to that, we have the adoption of a IDOT resolution for improvements under the Illinois Highway Code authorizing expenditures of $1,200,000 in motor fuel tax funds in 2022. The adoption of an IDOT resolution for improvements under the Illinois Highway Code authorizing expenditures totaling $900,000 of Rebuild Illinois funds in 2022. The adoption of a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an IDOT request for an expenditure authorization of motor fuel tax funds for the village motor fuel tax and rebuild Illinois expenditures in 2022, and the adoption of an IDOT resolution allowing the village of Roselle to perform works in rights of way under the jurisdiction of the state of Illinois. And that completes the consent agenda tonight, Mr. Mayor.
So can we have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So
I
moved.
make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second,
Sorry, who was the second?
second,
Okay, thank you. All
So
right,
we'll have a roll call.
trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
trustee Perkowski,
aye,
trustee Berkshire,
yes,
and trustee Delapenna.
Aye.
And that motion carries. Okay, so, and now for reports from the different department heads. Community development, Bruce, you don't have anything this time. Administration, Tom, nothing for you at this time. However, Lee with fire, as I believe, Bruce, can you take Lee's report?
sure, Wayne. I'd like to make a motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the purchase of a Ford 2022 utility police interceptor from Fredley Ford in the amount of $41,306.
second,
So can we, any discussion?
I guess I do have a little bit of a question in why under fire are we getting a police interceptor?
So basically, that's the Ford's version of the Ford Explorer. So they label it as the police interceptor. So it's the stripped down Ford Explorer. So that's just the title of it. So
Okay,
That's a good
Thank you.
question, though. Real good question. Any other discussion about this vehicle? Okay, so we should have a roll call vote on this, Patty.
Yes, trustee Berkshire,
yes,
trustee Perkowski,
aye,
trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
trustee Delapenna.
Aye.
The motion carried.
thank you. Then there's nothing else for fire.
So for police, trustee Delapenna, please give us your report. And
I would like to make a motion to adopt a resolution authorizing the mayor to sign the grant award between the Village of Roselle and the Bloomingdale Township Mental Health Board in the amount of $125,000 to provide counselors at the police department to serve the mental health needs of the residents of Roselle.
second,
so do we have a roll call vote, Patty?
You want any discussion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, is there any discussion?
Other than a huge thank you to them.
Yeah, I think that makes discussion not necessary, right?
All right,
Okay, roll call, Patty.
trustee Delapenna,
Aye.
trustee Perkowski,
aye,
trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
trustee Berkshire.
Yes,
That being passed, I'd like to turn over the Public Works presentation to Tom, please.
Okay, I would like to move adoption of a resolution authorizing the mayor to approve and execute change order number 1 for the painting of the vehicle storage and mechanic garages at the Public Works building between the Village of Roselle and Allied Painting Services Incorporated for the additional work in the amount of $2,200.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Roll call, please.
Any
Oh,
discussion?
I'm sorry. Just open for discussion. Anyone want to discuss the painting of the garage, the additional work? Seeing none.
Trustee Perkowski,
Aye,
trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
and trustee Berkshire,
yes,
and trustee Delapenna.
Aye.
And that motion carries. In finance, trustee Cheryl Lanisa, please.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion to approve the accounts payable list for December 28th of 2021 in the amount of $1,324,472.50.
second,
Any discussion on the bills list for the December 28th? Seeing none, so we should roll call vote that, Betty.
Trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
trustee Prokowski,
Aye.
trustee Delapenna.
Aye.
And trustee Berkshire.
Yes.
And that carried. Do we have any more, trustee?
Yes,
Lanisa?
yes, I would also like to make a motion to approve the accounts payable list for January 10th of 2022 in the amount of $777,365.75.
Second,
Any discussion about that bill's list?
Trustee Delapenna.
No discussion?
Okay, trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
trustee Delapenna,
aye.
trustee Berkshire,
Yes.
and trustee Prokowski.
Aye.
And do you have anything else?
No,
Trustee?
that would be all. Thank you very
Finished.
much.
You're finished spending money, good, okay. Also at this time, there's the public comments, another opportunity for public comments. Do we have any at all, Patty, on either online or in the audience?
I have none to present at this point in the meeting. I'm not sure about from being streaming. I can't see what, if there's anybody else there. Doesn't appear to be.
Okay, seeing none. Other business for discussion, do we have anything else? Seeing none, we do have an executive session to go into, and would the village attorney please summarize what we'll be doing in executive session?
The purpose of the executive session is to discuss pending litigation, which is the case of Village of Roselle versus Ryan case, and also personnel, and that deals with the performance and the appointment of administrative personnel in the Roselle Police Department. No final action is expected or intended.
And village attorney, we will be adjourning from that meeting.
You can adjourn now, you can go into that meeting, and then you'll adjourn out of that meeting just for that meeting alone.
Okay, so then we should make a motion to adjourn
Adjourn the village
So-
board meeting.
village board meeting. Yes.
Correct.
Do we have to, Jim, do we have to make a motion to go into executive session?
We do.
Wayne just,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
so I'd like to make a motion to go to adjourn from the village board meeting and to attend the executive session.
Second,
Make a motion to go into executive session.
Has to be a roll call vote.
So who's making the motion to go into executive session?
Bruce,
did.
trustee
Bruce did.
Berkshire,
And then.
and trustee Delapenna seconded it. All right, trustee Berkshire,
Yes.
trustee Delapenna,
aye.
trustee Prokowski,
Aye.
trustee Lanisa.
Aye.
Okay,
And now we should
Now-
make a motion to adjourn.
I'd like to
This
make a motion
board-
to adjourn the village board meeting.
Second.
okay, trustee Berkshire,
Yes.
trustee Lanisa,
Aye.
trustee Delapenna,
Aye.
and trustee Prokowski.
Aye.
Okay, so we can take a 5-minute break and we'll meet again at the other side.
Okay.